Team USA is ready to go out and defend its WBC title. For the first time in WBC history, USA goes into the tournament as the reigning champions. And with the roster they've put together, they have the chance to be even better than last time. Through the first three WBCs, USA was the most disappointing of all teams. In 2006, they finished the first round in a three-way tie with Canada and Mexico, and they managed to advance. In the second round, they were in a three-way tie for second, and did not advance. In 2009, they were second behind Venezuela in each of the first two rounds. In the semifinals, they were beaten by eventual champion Japan. In 2013, they again made it out of the first round, but lost to Puerto Rico and Dominican Republic in the second round. In 2017, they finally met their expectations, though it wasn't easy. They were second in the first round pool behind Dominican Republic, second in the second round pool behind Puerto Rico, then in the championship round beat Japan and Puerto Rico for their first ever WBC title. In 2019, they were fourth in the Premier 12. In 2021, they qualified for the Olympics and won the silver. They only lost twice at the Olympics, both times to the host and eventual champion Japan. This time around, they'll be in Pool C with Mexico, Colombia, Canada, and Great Britain. They got a scare from Colombia in the last WBC. USA had to come from behind to beat Colombia in extra innings. Had they lost that game, USA would not have made it out of the first round. Canada and Mexico both beat USA in previous WBCs. So this is a scary group to be in, but Team USA will of course be the favorites here. We'll start by looking at pitchers. The hardest part about putting together a roster for Team USA has always been getting good starting pitchers to commit to the team, and this year is no exception. But what they've put together here looks like the best pitching staff they've ever brought to a WBC. Clayton Kershaw, one of the best pitchers in Major League Baseball over the last 15 years, will take the mound for Team USA. A three-time Cy Young winner and five-time ERA king. His absolute best days are behind him, but he's still one of the best pitchers out there. In 2022, the 34-year-old lefty threw 126 innings and 22 starts, ERA 2.28, WHIP 9.42. 28-year-old lefty Nestor Cortes last year was the best of his short career so far. In 28 starts, 158 innings for the Yankees, he had a 2.44 ERA and a 9.22 WHIP. 26-year-old right-hander Brady Singer started 25 games, 153 innings, ERA 3.23, WHIP 11.41. Adam Wainwright, now 41, will be playing in his first WBC. They would have liked for him to be here in 2013 when he was one of MLB's best pitchers. He's still a reliable starter. Last year he made 32 starts, 191 innings for the Cardinals, ERA 3.71, WHIP 12.83. 34-year-old right-hander Miles Michaelis, 32 starts and 202 innings for the Cards, a 3.29 ERA and a 10.33 WHIP. 34-year-old right-hander Merrill Kelly, 33 starts with the Diamondbacks, just reaching 200 innings, ERA 3.37, WHIP 11.38. 35-year-old right-hander Lance Lynn, he threw 121 innings and 21 starts for the White Sox, ERA 3.99, WHIP 11.34. Another starting pitcher you might see is Nick Martinez. The 32-year-old right-hander started 10 games and pitched 37 times in relief, 106 innings in total, ERA 3.47, WHIP 12.88. He had committed to play for USA months ago, then decommitted a couple weeks ago. He's now listed in the team's designated pitcher pool, so you could see him used sometime during the tournament. So it's not the best of the best, but there are some pretty good names there. Not sure what the four-man rotation will be. Kershaw will probably be the team's ace. Cortes should be there too. After that, they could go with anyone. With strict pitch limits in the WBC, a strong bullpen will probably be more important than having dominant starters, at least in the first round anyway. 31-year-old right-hander Jason Adam appeared 67 times last year, ERA 1.56, WHIP 7.58, 75 Ks and 63 innings. 34-year-old right-hander Ryan Presley appeared in 50 games for the Astros, struck out 65 batters in 48 innings, ERA 2.98, WHIP 8.90. 37-year-old right-hander Adam Ottavino made 66 appearances for the Mets, 79 Ks and 65 innings, ERA 2.06, WHIP 9.75. 37-year-old right-hander Daniel Bard, 57 games with the Rockies, 69 strikeouts in 60 innings, ERA 1.79, WHIP 9.94. Devin Williams, 28-year-old right-hander for the Brewers, 65 games, 96 strikeouts in 60 innings, ERA 1.93, WHIP 10.05. 28-year-old right-hander David Bednar, 45 appearances for the Pirates, 69 Ks in 51 innings, ERA 2.61, WHIP 11.23. Brooks Raley, a 34-year-old lefty for the Mets, last year with the Rays, 60 appearances, ERA 2.68, WHIP 9.69. 32-year-old right-hander Kendall Graveman, 65 games, 65 Ks, 66 innings for the White Sox, ERA 3.18, WHIP 1,400. You would not want to face a team with just a few of those guys. Team USA can send out a new pitcher every inning, each one counted among the best relievers in Major League Baseball. And that's what they'll probably try to do. Every inning, a fresh new arm. Sometimes that sort of plan doesn't go well when just one pitcher is not having a good day, and it leads to one disastrous inning. But that only ruins your whole game plan if you're relying on pitching to win the game for you. And the U.S. team is a hitting team. Mike Trout, the best hitter in MLB over the past decade, is the team captain and will start in center field. The 3-time MVP and 9-time Silver Slugger, now 31, isn't quite as dominant as he was 5 years ago, but still one of the best hitters. In 2022, he slashed .283, .369, .630 with 40 home runs in 119 games. Mookie Betts, the 2018 American League MVP and 5-time Silver Slugger, will be the starter in right. Last year with the Dodgers, he hit .269, .340, .533, 35 home runs in 142 games. Led the league with 117 runs scored, 5th in the MVP race, and won his 6th Gold Glove. Kyle Tucker could be the starting left fielder, though he played every game in right with the Astros last year. The 26-year-old left-handed batter hit 30 home runs and stole 25 bases in 150 games. Slash line .257, .330, .478. Other bodies for the outfield: Cedric Mullins, a 28-year-old left-handed batter, always plays in center. Played in 156 games for the Orioles, slashing .258, .318, .403, with 16 homers and 34 steals. Not bad, but those numbers were down from the year before when he won his first Silver Slugger. And Kyle Schwarber, another left-handed batter who always plays in left. His line in 2022 was .218, .323, .504. He doesn't hit well for average, but he's got power. Led the league with 46 home runs. Prone to slumps, but also gets really hot at times. In the infield, Nolan Arenado will get the job at third. Last year he won his 5th Silver Slugger and 10th consecutive Gold Glove, finishing 3rd in the MVP race. .293, .358, .533, 39 home runs, and 42 doubles. Trey Turner is likely going to be the starting shortstop. He can also play second, but played all games at short last year with the Dodgers. He hit .298, .343, .466, 21 homers, 27 steals, and won his first Silver Slugger. Jeff McNeil, a left-handed batter for the New York Mets, is likely to be the starting second baseman. He also played 47 games in the outfield last year, so he could be used there too. In 2022, he hit .326, .382, .454. He won the National League batting title and got his first Silver Slugger. At first, they've got the reigning National League MVP, Paul Goldschmidt, a 5-time Silver Slugger and 4-time Gold Glove winner. Last year, he slashed .317, .404, .578, 35 home runs, and 41 doubles, the league leader in slugging, OPS, and OPS+. Other infielders: Pete Alonso, the 2019 Rookie of the Year when he hit 53 home runs. Last year he hit 40 and led the league in RBI with a line of .271, .352, .518. He only plays at first, and with Goldschmidt there, Alonso will probably be the DH. 22-year-old Bobby Witt Jr. played 98 games at short and 55 games at third for the Kansas City Royals last year, so he can play either one. 2022 was his rookie season. In 150 games he hit 20 home runs, 31 doubles, 6 triples, and stole 30 bases. Slash line .254, .294, .428. Chicago White Sox shortstop Tim Anderson, the 2019 batting champion, limited to 79 games in 2022, but he was good when he was there. .301, .339, .395, with 13 steals. Behind the plate, they've got JT Realmuto. Last year, he picked up his 2nd Gold Glove and 3rd Silver Slugger, with a line of .276, .342, .478, 22 home runs, and 21 steals, only caught stealing once. Defensively, he's good at preventing the steal, led the league with a 44% caught stealing percentage. 2 more catchers: Will Smith, .260, .343, .465, with 24 home runs. And this was a surprising addition: Kyle Higashioka, 83 games with the Yankees last year, .227, .264, .389, with 10 home runs. So that's a lot of Silver Sluggers and Gold Gloves. At almost every position, they're getting the best offensive or defensive players in MLB last year, sometimes both. Not the absolute best at every single position. There are some good ones missing. Notably Bryce Harper. He committed to Team USA last summer but had elbow surgery in the offseason. American League MVP Aaron Judge also will not participate. But you won't find a better team of position players, offensively or defensively, at this WBC or any in the past. What chance do they have? In Pool C, they've got about an 80% chance of advancing. Out of Mexico, Colombia, and Canada, any one of them could pull off an upset on a good day. With the players USA is bringing, I don't see any way they lose to all 3 of them. It's very likely they lose 1. 2 losses, unlikely, but still possible. The rest of the way it's 50-50. In the second round, they'd most likely be facing Dominican Republic, Puerto Rico, or Venezuela. One game against any one of those teams, where both teams are going all in, using their best pitchers, it could go either way. If we're only comparing talent, it's 50-50 against the Dominicans, and chances are about 60% against Puerto Rico or Venezuela. But we may find out that one of those two actually has the better team. So chances are very strong that USA gets out of the first round, and beyond that, every game they play, USA will neither be the underdog nor a big favorite. Remember, this team almost didn't make it out of the first round in 2017, then went on to win it all. The same thing could happen this time, or they could dominate in the first round, then make a quick exit. If you ask me, they look like a semi-final team, at least. Anyway, that's just what I think. Let me know what you think down in the comments. That's all for this one, and until next time, this is Baseball International. See ya.